Hey there, Kat from Dellar Media here. In this video, I'm going to explain why Instagram is such a great tool for business growth and how you can use it for your business growth strategy. So in terms of the statistics, you have to remember that when it comes to your account, number of followers is not number of customers, but that doesn't mean that you don't have value in applying a well thought out strategy on your Instagram account. The thing that I want to say about that, the disclaimer, is that it is time consuming, it is laborious, it does require commitment, which is one of the reasons why I do it in my own business for my clients, because I know there's benefits, but I also know that it's really time consuming. So the thing that is really powerful about Instagram is called social proof. With digital marketing, the way that audiences are responding to what people are putting out or how they make their buyer choices is impacted by the technology of social media. And we as businesses do need to respond to that technology and use it properly. So what the thing that Instagram does is it gives us the ability to create a community around our particular type of content, because a lot of times the content that a client will put out is not actually necessarily directly related to their business. There's always a link, but the content is value adding. It's not about selling, it's about adding value and creating a community of people that really love what you do, what you talk about, so that if they don't become customers, they'll become brand advocates. And that in a lot of ways is a lot more powerful than a customer, because one brand advocate can end up equaling 3 customers, okay? Because it's a direct, It's a direct recommendation for what you do, okay? So your Instagram account is a really, really powerful way to create brand advocates that may not be customers, but they will still bring in customers. The other thing about Instagram is the social proof element, and that unfortunately does come down to vanity metrics. So when you have a nice, healthy following, regardless of whether that following are people who actually do kind of are really your ideal client or not, because, people go out there and buy followers. This is not a practice that I recommend at all. But when you have a healthy following, it gives a sense of, this person already has a following. There's already people that are paying attention to what they're doing. That obviously must know what they're talking about. Now, when it comes to getting followers, I'm very, very strategic about gathering followers, because there's no point having a lot of followers that are absolutely outside your realm of customer, because they're not going to become brand advocates, and it does end up hurting your algorithm. The bigger your following gets, the harder it is to have a strong engagement percentage on your account. And when it comes to Instagram's algorithm, if your engagement percentage is strong, then it will show your content to more people. If your engagement percentage is weak, then less people will see it, and it will just get more and more penalized, because less and less and less and less people will see it, and then you won't get more followers, you won't find that ideal client, and your strategy for getting that growth and getting that recognition on Instagram has to be very, very powerful. A lot of the time I'll get a client that has kind of really neglected their account, and that means that I have to do a lot of work to re-engage that algorithm, and it does take a lot of time. So consistency is required, and there is sort of hard work involved with that. If you want to know a little bit more, you can reach out to me. It basically comes down to your goals. But the bottom line is, when it comes to Instagram, if your business can create content that is relevant to the type of people that hang out on Instagram, then it is a very powerful tool to use, because when you have a good amount of people that are following your content and that are really engaged and really care about what you have to say because you're adding value, then this will, in the long term, pay off. It does require work in the short term, but in the long term, it's definitely something I would recommend. So if you want to ask a bit more about how I do this, then you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Otherwise, I hope that this helped to give you a little bit of perspective about whether or not Instagram is right for you as a business. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Bye.